Welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. Today we've got Google Cloud players, probably from Google, based on their logo, and Dota DOS from Microsoft. So I haven't seen Google Cloud players play yet. I don't think they played a game in the preseason last week, but my intel says they have an Immortal player, so already I'm gonna favor them. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be super biased here on this one, so we'll see what they're able to pull out. But let's hop into the draft. This is still week 1. I'm still catching up against. I think this is the last week 1 game I have to cast, so we'll put this at the end of the playlist. But already some interesting bands coming out. Huskar in the first phase. Not something you see a whole lot. Maybe that's because Slato is pretty normal. Even Warlock is a bit like, I haven't seen this hero banned too often. I don't know if Warlock is coming back into the meta. It seems like he got gimped pretty hard when Fatal Bonds got its cooldown nerfed significantly. It's also kind of difficult. A lot of the times I find in the lane, you find yourself in a position where you're trading, like, the supports are like trading with each other, and then it's like the cores are trading with each other, and it's this like 1v1. The supports are fighting in the jungle, and like the cores are fighting in the lane. If you go Fatal Bonds at level 1, you have nothing. You cannot win any fight against any support. You definitely have to approach the matchup a bit differently. Like, I feel like if you go Fatal Bonds level 1, you just get run out. But if you go Shadow Word, that also doesn't feel like good either. So I think that's why Warlock is not being picked too much now. And a PL first phase ban as well. I mean, I guess I picked PL first phase in my game, so I can't critique that much. But I do think Void Spirit's definitely like first phaseable. Okay, overall, it's nothing too crazy. Winter Wyvern coming out for Google Cloud players. I think Wyvern is like a really, really good hero in general. I think like this hero is always going to be relevant. But even with the recent changes to Winter's Curse, it's early in the morning. Winter's Curse. Being able to attack people during the Winter's Curse is such a game changer for Winter Wyvern. Like, in the past you could do it too, but like, and everyone could. Now it's just Winter Wyvern, so you have a lot of incentives to take that plus 60 damage talent level 10. I like this a lot. Crystal Maiden picked up from Dota DOS. I think CM's in an okay place right now. Most people are like, now that there's no gold talent, you actually do pick up the magic resist talent at level 15, which is a pretty high impact talent to take. I've also been finding that position 4 Crystal Maiden, I've had a lot more success with than position 5. And they're gonna go with Venge, so it's possible that's the lineup they're gonna go for, position 5 Venge, position 4 Crystal Maiden. I think CM definitely needs a decent start now. If you're in position 5, sometimes you just have a losing lane. Like, you're up against an offlaner that's like gonna bully you and the carry at the same time. She's not the best laner, but I've been finding that actually going Basti Ring is a good idea on CM. You get a little bit of extra stats. The Basti Ring is essentially a level 3 aura for CM in the lane, and then you get the global aspect too, but at level 1 aura, you basically get the level 2 aura for yourself. So it basically feels like you're a little bit ahead of the curve of where you should be, because she does have mana issues. She's the stupidest hero, one of the stupidest heroes in the game, intelligence wise. So you really do need to like figure out the mana problem early on with her, and I'm personally not a fan of maxing aura first. I usually only put 2 points in it. So they're gonna go with Wyvern and Witch Doctor. This is interesting duo. So both teams picking 2-5 positions, but there's definitely some flexibility here. Like I've definitely seen Wyvern as a 4 position, especially like recently with the changes to Winter's Curse, as I mentioned. I've also seen Wyvern as mid a lot, so we'll see if that happens. I'll be very curious if that happens. She's basically sniper, but without any of the mobility problems.
Only 10 seconds.
So Bloodseeker banned out for Google Cloud players. I think this is a good idea, especially if like you can't embrace someone that's just like a free setup for Blood, right? So it's not easy for them. PA banned out for Dota DOS. Makes a lot of sense. These two heroes are very squishy. Fetch has a decent amount of armor, especially because she usually builds into Vlad's. But CM is... It's pretty miserable to play CM against PA in the later game. Puck banned out for Google Cloud players, so it's pretty reliable like hero overall. It's a super meta pick. I think even with the nerfs to Waning Rift, it's still a really good hero. And Lifestealer banned out for Dota DOS. I kind of feel like Lifestealer's slowly on the decline. They nerfed Ice Frog nerfed all the items that Lifestealer builds. Deso, Maelstrom. So it's a little bit more of a struggle for Lifestealer. You're not a Crystalist builder like everyone, like what's all the hot shit right now.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
So in terms of who they want to go for with the Venge, I think Drow might be on the table for them. They already banned PL, who does really well, Lifestealer does really well, PA does really well. So this could be a good Drow game for them. I could see them picking it now. Witch Doctor and Winter Wyvern don't particularly scare you as a Drow Ranger. Like, yeah, sure, you can get set up on with like the Winter's Curse, but yeah, they're gonna go with Drow. Pretty novel strategy here. But I mean, we saw the other Microsoft team try this strat with Venge Drow, and they did not execute it very well. So we'll see if Dota DOS can do better than the Microsoft brethren.
10 seconds to pick.
So I think it's definitely going to be like a Venge Drow lane and the CM in the off lane, which I think is probably the better lane setup for them. Pangoli. Oh, I love watching this hero. He's just a good Pangoli player is the best part of Dota. I think it's like a hype generator. But Drow really gonna struggle against Pango during the Rolling Thunder. During the laning phase, I think Pango is gonna really struggle here a little bit. But once Pango hits 6, just leave the lane, go somewhere else, and make plays. It's not a big deal if you don't shut down Drow too early, because you can always just Rolling Thunder your way through the team fights. And an Axe? This is a hero you don't see too often anymore. I think Axe is... He's a little bit underpowered compared to like the other offlaners these days, like Centaur and Slater. Slater's banned. Monkey King's gonna get picked, so Axe is gonna really struggle against Monkey King here. That being said, hopefully the CM can make some magic happen, but Witch Doctor Monkey King, we saw this in this exact same lane duo in the Facebook versus Microsoft Team 2 game, and it went really well.
5 seconds remain.
I think Witch Doctor's like he's coming back up into the meta. Nothing really changed. I guess like there just were other heroes that got deprioritized. Like Treant Protector was like first pick for ages, and then he's in a good spot right now. But I think he's just being people are used to it now. Like when Treant first got changed, so that Nature's Guise was default skill, people just weren't used to it. I think people are starting to get used to Treant Protector, so he's sort of fallen off a little bit. Ember Spirit banned out for Dota DOS. Yeah, that would give a lot of trouble to
5
Dota
seconds.
team.
Hurry,
They already
hurry.
have so much mobility. Between the Pango and the Monkey King, there's a lot of chaos that can happen. And it's still not guaranteed that Monkey King is going... Oh, sorry. Pangolier is going off lane. He could go mid too. Not something you see as commonly, but if you want to just have a hero to like get ahead early, it's Snowball. Pangolier is your man.
Radiant team pick.
Broodmother banned out. Oh, they're gonna go for Storm Spirit. So really capping out the mobility here. 3 very, very elusive cores can get on top of the trail. That being said, it's like if you get gusted as a Storm Spirit, that can feel pretty miserable because gust lasts a really long time. But once Storm Spirit gets to BKB, I think like he's just gonna have a field day. So on the side of Dota Dust, they kind of need like a tank because Axe. Okay, this is kind of what I was thinking. What they kind of needed. So Axe is not really like a traditional tank. He's an initiator. He's like somewhat durable, but he doesn't want to be that kind of person who like walks into fights and then like tries to force them. Right? He's a counter initiator for the most part. So Death Prophet, I think I mean, it's really slow compared to like the rest of the heroes. Like all these other heroes on the team have no cooldowns, so they're going to be very dependent on Death Prophet. But I like it in some degree, because it basically gives you something to fight around. If they jump at you, if Death Prophet isn't the one initiated on, but they're like running at you, then you can turn on your ghost and it gets kind of scary. At the same time, though, they have. I mean, maybe Death Prophet isn't bulky enough to take the heat. I gotta say, I probably favor Google Cloud players in general based on both draft and skill level, but
Just so you know,
we'll see how this game
taking a
goes.
shot
Alright, so
every time you die.
I
Please
cannot
don't
read these
be
Chinese names at
impossible.
all, so I'm probably gonna skip introducing them on the side of Google. So we got this guy on Storm Spirit, LSTM on the Witch Doctor, another guy whose name I can't read on the Monkey King, JC on the Winter Wyvern, and Yuzu on the Pangolier. On the side of Microsoft Dota, so we got God Gamer Bob Ross on the Death Prophet, Andrew on the Crystal Maiden, Stanky Danky on the Drow Ranger, and Aheria on the Vengeful Spirit, and Diabolica on the Axe. So it's actually going to be CM and Drow on the safe lane. Which, not really sure about this one. I feel like CM is probably a little bit more effective in the off lane. Just because like there's more things to work around. Like you have a lot more space to just like be here. The one thing you can do is like attack through here, which is really nice. Venge doesn't have that option because her attack range is a lot lower. But let's see how First Blood, the first bounty runes go. It seems like going to be 3-4-1. LSTM, he's in a bit of trouble. The magic missile is not available, but the battle hugger should be able to get the witch doctor really low. There's another. Oh, magic missile comes out. First blood for Aheria. But they're gonna miss the creep wave for this. We'll see if they're able to make it in time. Seems like Axe is gonna get experience at least. But now this Monkey King has Jingu stacks, so I don't know. I didn't really feel too strongly about Axe's ability to push out Monkey King here. This seems like a really hard lane for Diabolica. Mid lane, this is probably gonna be a bit of a trade. I don't really see a situation where either player gets a kill. Maybe if God Gamer Bob Ross steps up too far and Storm Spirit's level 4 with the early point in Vortex, but other than that, I don't really see this being too exciting.
No.
Top lane, even Pango is not really the the strongest laner, but maybe once he gets level 3 he'll have a lot of burst damage with the Splinter Blast and the level 2 Swashbuckle, so that could be an opportunity for them, but they're going to have to play it patiently for now. I think Andrew needs to pull the wave to make sure it's not over here. Oh, Axe in a lot of trouble. The cast comes out, and LSTM gets gets the kill on the Axe, and Venge also feeling the brunt of the harass here. Yeah, this lane is really scary to go up against, and now that Maledict is available as well, with the Boundless Strike, I think, I don't know, I feel like Axe should probably just go cut the wave, because I don't think he can lane here anymore. He has spin now, so this is definitely something he can do. He's trying to get some spins, but there's no creeps. Gets the range creep denied too. Maledict comes out. There's no Boundless Strike anymore though. Yeah, Axe, he needs to leave the lane. He just needs to like sit over here. Unfortunately, the Witch Doctor is level 2 too, so this is... I don't know. I feel like this lane is very quickly going to become a disaster. Mid lane, Storm Spirit winning out significantly in the last hits, even though Death Prophet has higher base damage. The attack animation and the projectile animation on Storm Spirit's a little bit better. But it seems like Storm is owning this lane. And top lane as well. I mean, Pango's doing really well. Drow only with 3 last hits. Oh no, this is kind of bad. Nice two-man Nova from the Crystal Maiden at least. And Arctic Breath, just gonna put some pressure on them. Yeah, Diabolica, he needs to just like cut the wave over here. I think he's done in this lane. There's no way back in for him. And then just let Venge stack some camps for the Axe so he can catch up. Otherwise, he's just not going to be very useful for most of this game. The Battle Hunger comes out, actually isn't able to get disabled too quickly. But the Jingu's out now, and Venge in a lot of trouble here. Boundless Strike comes out, not going to finish off the Venge. Oh, but the Cask, gonna stuff them for a little bit. Let's push him out of the lane. Yeah, I mean it's already a 2k gold lead for the side of Google Cloud players. I think these lanes just aren't going too well. Storm Spirit. He doesn't get the haste rune in time. Nice deny from God Game of Bob Ross, but and Axe goes down 2 at bot to a Boundless Strike. I think yeah, I mean God Game of Bob Ross, he's like half a level behind the Storm Spirit already. And now level 3 Winter Wyvern and level 3 Pango, so this is gonna start getting pretty scary for the Drow here. He just gets spammed out. CM also really low. 5-minute bounty runes. It seems like Google Cloud players, they're sort of in position to get both at top. LSTM, he's gonna go for the one here, and I think he should be able to get it, and he chickens out. I think he could have just cast the Axe, but it's not that easy. It's only a 1 second stun, so maybe just not feeling it. He can get it in time. I think he would have been fine, because he can also just TP out afterwards. There's no... Diabolic is level 3. It's very, very unlikely he has core leveled up. Let's just say that, because definitely want level 2 speed. Aren't you in a lot of trouble now? Not going to go down. But now it's going to be forced back to base, and it's a long walk for a bootsless CM. She does have a win lace though, so that's the silver lining, but not really. Oh, wow, big swashbuckle into a Splinter Blast. So Stanky also taking a lot of heat here, and they might be able to just dive him, to be honest. Once swashbuckles are back up in 7 seconds, Stanky could be in a lot of trouble. Get the stack here. That'd be a really easy stack to take as well with the Splinter Blast. Splinter Blast comes out. Stanky Danky gets taken down. A quick Javelin pickup as well for the Peng Li. So Yuzu gets an easy kill there. One Javelin proc is going to be enough for him. And an early point in Shield Crash. Not something you see too often, but I think they're doing really well. Stomp is bot now. God Gamer Bob Ross also TP'd bot. Oh, this is actually really bad for God Gamer Bob Ross because Storm, he picked up the kill, but he's TP'd back mid, so he's gonna have a huge XP advantage. God Gamer Bob Ross just walking slowly back to lane. He's almost a level behind now. Storm having a good time. Good, nice rotation with the Arcane Rune as well. But yeah, Axe, he's the level 3. He's gonna have no impact in this game anymore. I think his game's over. There's no stacks for him in the jungle as well, so you can't take those. Top lane, there's 3 heroes now. Wyvern might be in a little bit of trouble here. Magic Missile comes out. Nice multi-shot as well. The disarm happened on the Venge and not the Drow though, so Drow was able to get a few more hits, but they're not able to get JC at all.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Or Yuzu. Oh, Shield Crash will finish off the early point, paying off here, but Yuzu might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, I forgot the name. Cold Embrace, that's the word. But Peg is gonna die anyway. Diabolically gets doved at bottom though. Just understanding that the 3 heroes top, so there's nothing that Axe can do. The Exorcism is popped by God Gamer Bob Ross and forces the glyph to come out. But, not able to secure this tower yet. Invis deny. Oh, he actually got it this time. Pretty good time for a rotation for the Storm Spirit if he wants, but he doesn't have that much mana to work with. He's got a Clarity queued up and another Bottle queued up too, which is a little bit confusing. What?
Radiant's middle tower
Interesting.
is taking damage.
Man, this Axe, he is so screwed. Alright, level 6 now on the Pango, with an early Javelin. It's going to finish off the Arcane boost before going for the Maelstrom. I like this a lot. You really only need the Javelin damage-wise, but then... a lot of trouble, and he's going to get blown up here. The multi-shot comes out. Yuzu is really low, but Stanky Danky, he's decided he wants to run. There's no swashbuckle right now, but it seems like Stanky Danky is going to go down here. Yuzu takes a few tower hits and actually does end up falling. But well worth it for him, taking out 2 heroes. And the bounty got split between them as well, so that's pretty good for it's a pretty good trade because now Drow didn't get like a majority of it. So Monkey King well on his way to a quick Echo Saber, 10-minute bounty runes, and it seems like Google Cloud players is gonna get all 4 of them. And a haste rune as well. God Gamer Bob Ross, he's in so much trouble. He's very much going to go down here. Haste on the Witch Doctor, not the Monkey King, but oh, nice silence. But it seems like God Gamer Bob Ross is still gonna go down. The Death Ward comes out, but it's a bit of a waste. They were gonna get that kill anyway. Diabolica in a lot of trouble as well. Seems like the nice cask bounce going to take down the 2 of them, and a Winter's Curse as well. There's no Boundless Strike to follow up, but the Wukong's command will make this a very easy kill to get. Electric Vortex will pull in the Venge as well. So 4 heroes dead on the side of Microsoft. And I mean, this game, I don't really feel like there's too many ways for Microsoft to get back into it. This Axe got dumpstered so hard. He needs to skip everything and go for a blink. But I think even then, I don't really see I don't really see a way in for him. Like, they're so far ahead. This Monkey King, oh, he's got a complete Echo Saber. So these Wukong commands are going to be pretty cancerous. Kaya almost done on the Storm Spirit as well. And Pango, well on his way to a Maelstrom. He's almost got it, actually. He's definitely having the best game, I think. Drow in a lot of trouble here. Maledict comes out, and Drow, even if he doesn't die straight up, he's gonna die to the Maledict. You don't usually expect Pangolese to have a good lane. Like, you pick this hero and you're like, my lane's gonna suck, but it's gonna be really nice in the mid game. But instead, I think this Pangolese had a fantastic game. He just like gotta skip Maelstrom and go straight for a Diffusal Blade as well. Oh wait, no, changes his mind. The Diffusal Blade, Maelstrom did get nerfed a little bit with the bounce range, but you can still. The benefit is like you can potentially one-shot the wave with good Maelstrom procs. But I think the benefit is there's no internal cooldown on Javelin compared to Maelstrom, so you could potentially get more single target damage out of a Javelin. I like this skill build as well for Monkey King. I hope he goes for the tree dance vision, but like, you don't need that many points in Boundless Strike. Like, he's already winning so hard that I don't think damage isn't what he's lacking. If he puts in more points into Tree Dance, he can farm a bit faster as well, get more ahead. Arjuice is going to take down here. This is a pretty sad life for the CM as well. There's a lot of ways to stuff the freezing field this game, so there's not that many easy ways to get good freezing fields off. And Venge in a lot of trouble. The Rolling Thunder gets cancelled by the Magic Missile. Axe just gets solo killed
into a state of ownage.
by the Monkey King. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Nice cold embrace on the creep to keep the tower push going somewhat. I mean, Axe has decided he wants to skip, go straight for a blade mail. I don't know. It's not that. Like, how is he going to get a call off in the first place? Like, blade mail is great. Maybe just hoping for some good positioning. I don't know. Maybe a Yules into a call is maybe the only play here. It's like, aren't you getting solo killed by the Storm Spirit? So that's pretty rough as well. We're approaching this 1k gold advantage per minute type thing, and even Gaben thinks like it's like 95% plus at this point. This game's looking incredibly rough for Microsoft here. Blast. Edge getting pretty low. 15-minute bounty is going to be all 4 again, going the way of Google Cloud players. So just building up that advantage even more now. Top lane, it seems like Microsoft want to try and make a move. There's still no blink on the Axe. Doesn't even have a blade mail complete yet, so I'm not really sure. Seems like they can't defend this at all. It looks like they want to, but they smoked up. Can they catch anyone on the retreat? It seems incredibly difficult. The Battle Hunger goes out, 3-man silence from the Death Prophet, but the Winter's Curse will help them disengage here. Yuzu's actually going to go down. LSTM also in a bit of trouble, but Storm Spirit's in now. He zips in aggressively. The Death Ward comes out from the fog, and there's nothing to stop it. Nice Death Ward from LSTM there. And Storm just going to continue zipping forward. Drow's going to go down as well, and so is the Crystal Maiden. So Axe be the lone survivor here, but all they got was a Panga kill out of that, and that was a really bad trade. They're just a little bit too far behind. Oh yeah, Panga did skip Diffusal Blade and go for... he skipped Maelstrom and went for Diffusal Blade. Oh, another shoal. Interesting. There's no... You can't increase the damage of Swashbuckle by Spell Amp. If I hold Alt, that's how you tell. Javelin gets increased, but so does the damage from Mana Break. But not Swashbuckle. That's something I didn't expect. Is this, what? Did they change this? Is this new? I've never seen this logo before, this icon before. What? It looks cool though. I like it. So it's like officially it's changed. Interesting. Venge. Definitely going to die here. I mean the problem is the cause of Google have so much mobility as well. They need to split up to farm, to catch up and farm, but they can't because they're just gonna get picked off one by one if they do that. BKB next on Monkey King. Seems like Google's gonna go for the slow methodical play here. The Blade Mail almost done an axe, but I just don't think that's gonna be enough. I mean, the Witch Doctor has almost taken over everyone on the side of Radiant, on the side of Microsoft, not even Radiant. So you know it's rough when this happens. When your Winter Wyvern has more farm than the Drow that you laned against. And plus 60 damage talent as well, pretty good stuff from the Winter Wyvern. For yours actually. Long range zip in and Drow's gonna get instantly blown up here. I guess Aether Lens is nice. You can like cast the Death Ward from super far away. And Maledict too. Maledict usually has a pretty small cast range. I can dig the Aether Lens. It's not an item I see too often on Witch Doctor, but it seems like it's really good here. So, I mean, surely Microsoft must know that like they're like unwinnably behind, right? Like even Gaben probably thinks it's 100% now. I don't know, it's still early in the season. Maybe they just want to, you know, play a little bit more to get some, you know, figure some stuff out. But like, honestly, I don't know if there's anything left to learn from this game. Like, they got trounced to the laning phase so hard that, like, if you lose the laning phase, really as hard as Microsoft did, I think like, no amount of like teamwork it's going to help here. I don't want to sound like I'm flaming, but like at this point you should probably just GG out and like go next. Although there's no next. This is a best of one. But I don't think there's much left for them to learn about this game.
Dire's bottom tower under fire. Dire's bottom tower is in pieces.
Axe misses the call as well. Storm is out of mana, but he has a haste rune. Axe is super dead. Godlike. Storm Spirit 903, 608 on the Monkey King. A Lotus Orb on the Pango. Use it to dispel Frostbite or Gust. It's pretty nice. And Roshdow to let the Storm Spirit go even more ham. He's gone for an Ags, which is pretty cool. Because I think on the side of Microsoft, they do want to group up around the Death Prophet. So if you can get a nice Ags Electric Vortex, that'd be pretty sweet. Microsoft have arrived though, but I think it's too late, and they're probably just gonna get wiped here. Cast, nice cast bouncing out here. Death Ward as well. The two supports will die instantly on the side of Microsoft, and Storm, he's kind of low on mana, but Drow is in a lot of trouble now as well. So, Axe able to TP out of there. Alright, so I guess it's time to go high ground. I guess the silver lining is that they respawn really quickly because they're all really low leveled. Just look at the hero levels, it's not very skewed at all. Yeah, Witch Doctor has almost overtaken everyone on the enemy team as well. Double heals and oh wow, this Winter's Curse onto 4 heroes. Venge will die instantly, and everyone else is going to be pretty soon to follow. CM in the back. He's going to run back to Fountain. But yeah, this game is pretty over. Crowd Grain. So, alright, GG's finally caught. So, I mean, it did seem like there was a very obvious skill difference here, but this tournament is in a Swiss format, so it's pretty natural to have stumps in the first few weeks, and then usually by like the 4th or 5th week, things will start like evening out a little bit. The matchups will be a little bit more balanced. So Dota DOS, I feel like they're gonna have to take the L for the next few weeks, and then they'll start facing opponents who are on a similar skill level. It's just one of the unfortunate things about like how the Swiss format works, and also just generally like how this competition works. So it's like we're all playing in our spare time, so we all have different skill levels. There's no like minimum bar to enter. So kind of unfortunate for them, but a pretty convincing victory for Google Cloud players.